Cheryl, fun one. Adverse incident reporting. There's two types of incident reporting, adverse and regular, right?
Right, and you want to make sure that you're not submitting an adverse incident report for a regular incident. These are a little more serious, and you want to make sure that you understand which category of incidents fall into this. And you can always call up to ACA and check before you submit it. They have a nurse hotline. So, adverse incident reporting. The preliminary adverse incident report must be submitted within 1 business day after the incident, which requires online reporting. Test question right there. 1 business day.
Yeah. Before we get into the next one, let's just talk about what 1 business day is. It's Monday through Friday. Right. So if it happened on a Friday, 1 business day would be Monday.
Monday. Full adverse incident report. For each adverse incident reported, the facility must submit a full report within 15 days of the incident. The full report must be submitted online reporting. So the test question here would be the 15 days. 15
calendar days, which Saturdays and Sundays are included. So you'll have the 1 day, and then you have the 15 days from the incident, not from the initial report, but from the incident. So
correct.
You will definitely have a test question on this. I know they will use like a date, and it could be a Friday, and then you'll have to plug in the different dates. Like when is the 1 day due? When is the 15 day due? And they'll use it in a scenario-based question.
Right. I personally wouldn't wait 15 days. I would report and record everything while it's fresh.
You have to do the investigation, answer, and find out all the details.
Correct.
Okay, so the reporting requirements, electronic submission. Before we go into that, let me just show you. So basically, you'll go to ACA's website, and you can always do a search, and you can just see right here. There's the user registration guide. There's a training video, and we have the training video on the next few pages. You'll see this training video on how to submit a report, and then you can get an email or phone number for assistance. If you have questions whether you should submit, there's somebody there that could probably answer the question for you. This is where you click to submit your adverse incident report. There's where you click to submit your annual report and submit your liability claims. So let's go into that really quick. So during your 2-year license period, any change or expiration in any of the information that is required to be reported during the license application process must be reported to the agency within 21 days of occurrence of the change, including insurance coverage renewal, bond renewal, change of administrator or person in charge of day-to-day operation, annual sanitation inspection, so the health department inspection reports need to be submitted, the fire inspection reports, approval of revisions to emergency plan, electronic submission of information. Okay, and I showed you where to do that. That's where on the portal.
Assisted living facilities. Adverse incident reports must be submitted electronically to the agency within 1 business day after the occurrence of the incident. So 1 business day, again, is the potential test question. And within 15 days after the occurrence of the incident. 15 days, mark that down too.
Yeah.
Which is hereby incorporated by reference and available at, and there's the website where you can reference the rule, through the agency's adverse incident reporting system, which can be accessed through the agency's single sign-on portal. Yeah. And there's the web address for the portal.
Yeah, and then the liability claims. And I copied and pasted this from a different section. See, 59A-35, 110, which is what 59A-36, Florida Administrative Code, right here it says 59A. That's why I posted this. And it does repeat a little bit of the information, but you'll also find the gateways and more information there. So let me just show you really quick. I'll flip back over here. So if I were to click on Submit Adverse Incident Report, it would take me to the login screen to the ACA portal. And you can also do registration here. Okay, liability claim report. Monthly liability claim report. Each assisted living facility must report monthly any liability claim filed against the facility, which requires online reporting. Each facility must comply with the reporting timeframes and transmission requirements in 429. 23, which I think is the next section we're going to cover. Yep, the Florida statute. And then, if a liability claim has not been filed against the facility in a given month, no report is required. I don't think that would be a test question, but it's good for you to know when you're operating your facility.
Definitely. I'm going to highlight these things.
Yep. Yeah.
We can reference. There's a few questions about this, but I wouldn't kill myself memorizing anything here.
Okay, so
especially this part.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at what the requirements are for an adverse incident report. We pasted it right here in your training, but if you ever need to find it, of course, you go to Florida statutes, and here it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this. Every facility licensed under this part may, as part of an administrative function, voluntarily establish a risk management and quality assurance program. The purpose is, okay. Every facility licensed under this part is required to maintain adverse incident reports for the purpose of this section. Adverse incident means an event over which the facility personnel could exercise control rather than as a result of the resident's condition and results in the following. Okay, so it's something that you could have prevented, not just part of their condition. Results in death, brain or spinal damage, permanent disfigurement, fracture or dislocation of bones or joints. So if the resident falls because the resident is older, I mean, I don't know, was it your facility's fault?
Well, if you spilled a 2-liter of Coca-Cola on the floor, right, and didn't clean it up, didn't put proper signs, you guys right, all knew about it, and didn't warn anybody, and the resident came, slipped and right, fell and had, major damage like this, I think that would fall under something that could have been prevented. It was your fault. You could have cleaned it up, marked it off, told the residents. I mean, there's you gotta draw the line there. I'm just
reading them to you that you.
I know you're just reading. I'm giving them an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any condition that required medical attention to which the resident has not given his or her consent, including failure to honor advance directives. So that would be a big no-no. That's something that you need to understand, that the DNRO training is not just something that you just pass off on your staff. Make sure they truly understand what each person's advance directives are. Because if they had a DNRO, for example, on file with you, and the family knew it, everybody knew it, they required, resuscitation, and the employee on staff didn't tell the paramedics and they provided resuscitate, then that would be an adverse incident. Okay. Any condition that requires the transfer of the resident from the facility to a unit providing more acute care due to the incident rather than the resident's condition before the incident. You want to take over here? Or number 7.
An event that is reported to law enforcement or its personnel for investigation. Resident elopement, if the elopement places the resident at risk of harm or injury. And remember, you're supposed to be doing your elopement drills and training your staff on this too. Licensed facilities shall provide within 1 business day after the occurrence of an adverse incident by electronic mail, fax, or United States mail preliminary report to the agency on all adverse incidents specified. The report must include information regarding the identity of the affected resident, the type of adverse incident, and the status of the facility's investigation of the incident.
Yeah, it says there U.S. mail, fax.
It's all online reporting.
Yeah, everything's online. So right, if you have a quiz question, I would...
Online reporting.
Everything's online. 1 day, 15 day. I don't know if they just didn't update this.
Probably not. Licensed
facilities shall provide within 15 days by electronic mail, facsimile, or United States mail,
Same.
The full report to the agency. So it's in 429, but just know, quiz question, everything is electronic, okay? Each facility shall report monthly to the agency any liability claim. We talked about that, filed against it. The report must include the name of the resident, the date, dates of the incident leading to the claim, if applicable, and any type of injury or violation of resident rights alleged to have occurred. This report is not discoverable in any civil or administrative action, except in such actions brought by the agency to enforce provisions of this part. So, if you're sued, filing the report, it's not discoverable. Number 6, abuse, neglect, or exploitation must be reported to the Department of Children and Families as required under Chapter 415. Number 7, the information reported to the agency pursuant to subsection 3, which relates to persons licensed under, shall be reviewed by the agency. The agency shall determine. So when you submit the report, they're going to determine whether any of the incidents potentially involved conduct by a healthcare professional who is subject to disciplinary action. The agency may investigate as it deems appropriate any such incident as prescribe measures that must or may be taken in response to the incident. Okay, that's all. That's not going to be on your test.
No.
But
good to know.
Yeah. So basically, if you ever want to, if an incident happens and you don't know what to do, come right back to section 429.23. You can just Google it. You can say Florida assisted living adverse incident reporting, and it's going to pull up anyway. And you just go through here. Could the facility personnel could exercise control rather than as a result of the resident's condition? Is that it? Any other thing you want to cover? Let's just flip back here and make sure I don't have anything else to cover.
We are finished
and we
with
are
this
good.
section.
Okay, thank you.